I will always be front and center to take on all the arguments and the false narratives that are being created. Because that's the only way that we're going to move forward as one country, solid on a program of progress and prosperity. I can't tell you that I have the exact statistic as to the number of Jamaicans who are living in substandard housing conditions, but there will be a census which starts on the 12th, and I urge all Jamaicans to participate in the census. It is not just a count of bodies, it is also a count of the shelter and the standard and state of the shelter that you live in. From the requests that we get from MPs, we can extrapolate that there would be probably about 6,000 persons who live right across the country, households rather, that live in these conditions. But it could be more, because not everyone is going to go to their MPs to ask for assistance. So what we've looked at the requests that come into the Ministry of Housing. We have taken what we get from the MPs, but they might be going to their churches, and so we really don't know. But we're going to target an amount of about 10,000 houses, solutions, under the social housing aspect of the 70,000. Now, there is a unique dynamic to this 10,000 units. Number one, we would not be able to build them as housing schemes, because the persons are residing all over the country. So a part of the qualification to get onto this is that this new social housing program is that we're looking for persons whose housing structure, so they are living at a point already, but they would have permission to live on the land that they presently occupy. So they do have a structure. They do have land, but they just don't have the proper shelter. And so what this program has been doing is, when we select the beneficiary, we say to them, formalize the occupancy agreement that you have. And all the people who have benefited so far have been successful in getting either a long-term lease or a deed of gift for the little plot that they are on. And that has been very useful in reducing the cost of the actual structure, because the land part of it is taken care of. So they bring to the table the land portion of this housing development. We are also looking to support families, and just to be clear, on the land part of it, it means that the beneficiary must be documented. So we can't just take up a house and give it to somebody who we don't know, who is not properly documented. So you have to get registered for your TRN. You know, you have to be able to enter into a contractual agreement. So the program is well structured and well designed. We're also seeking to assist families, large households, persons who have indigent or disabled members of their families, households with children of school age. And so those are the beneficiaries that we are targeting under the new social housing program. Now, already we have built approximately 89 units thereabout. And it has been a great experience, because we started out taking a year to build one unit. And we have had experiences with that pace where some units have taken us a year and 3 months, and we have now refined the process to where we are building a unit in 6 to 8 weeks sometimes. Right? So we are learning as we go along and refining our process so we can scale up. When we started out, some of our units were 8 and 9 million. Some even went up to 10. Now, as you can see, the prices are coming down nicely. 6 and 7, and we're going to get to 5 and 4. And I'm still of the view that we can deliver a 1-bedroom unit for 3 to 3.5. I'm still of that view, so we're going to work towards it. Now, the beauty of the project is having garnered the experience and refined the processes, we can now scale up the learning. And a part of scaling up is getting more partners on board. And so it's little by little, 10 by 10, 20 by 20, and we chip away at that 10,000. But we really now, you know, we need to get to the stage where we're doing 1,000 or 2,000 a year. And because if you think about it, it would take a decade to remove that kind of shelter from our society. But let's start. Let's get it done. Let's look at the glass as being filling up rather than looking at the glass as being empty. Right? It's perception, it's the perspective, it's the narrative, it's the positive and hopeful spirit that is going to prevent, you know, economic agents from thinking negatively and create a recession, you know, in the country. But when people think positively, that becomes the self-fulfilling prophecy, and our economy will grow. You know, the president of the PSOJ understands what I'm saying, that, you know, negative news does affect economic behavior, and so too does positive news. And so we have to keep putting out the positive. It is really a surprise to me that, you know, no one celebrates that the country has grown by 5.7%. You know, it's not front page, and that should be blazoned on the front page of every newspaper. You know, nobody is saying, wow, 6% unemployment, the lowest ever in our history. Nobody, that's not being celebrated. It's as if people relish in bad news. Yes. When the truth is, good things are happening, but it's the duty of the government to keep putting the good things in front of the people so that they can maintain hope and maintain a positive outlook. We know not everything is great. There are challenges, but we are overcoming them little by little.